So I put my 3-foot mark right here. This is going to be the height of it from the ground up. And I needed this piece in between because I need something for the plywood to sit on when it's done. So I'm going to have the same thing over there. I need to cut those to length and then put the 2x4 in the center to separate those two at exactly 8 feet so that my 4x8 sheet of plywood will lay in here perfectly. And I'll cut around the corners of the 4x8 sheet so that it notches around the 4x4s. I do plan on putting another 2x4 all the way across and on both sides to lock everything in and tie it in, because it's not as strong as I'd like it to be right here. It's a little bit on the flimsy side, but it'll be very, very tight when it's done. I'm also going to run some support 2x4s, probably one every, I don't know, 2 feet maybe, and that should give me more than enough support for the plywood over there. So this is the shallow, the short side, and the tall side is going to be 2 feet higher. And I want the roof to be a 6/12 pitch, 12/6 pitch, well 6/12 pitch. So what that means is that for every 12 inches that we go across, the roof will go up 6 inches. So when you do that math on a 4-foot piece, that means that from this side of the 4-foot piece to that side is 2 feet, 4 feet. So 4, cut that in half because I'm using a 1/2 foot rise every time. It means that I have a 2-foot high or 2-foot taller piece on the outside edge. Alrighty then. Son of a gun. Oh, run away, it's the evil man. I know it's not level, but it's level to itself. And by that I mean that where I've got everything nailed here, or screwed in at, when I'm done leveling out these beams, it will be 100% level. I needed to throw this piece of plywood in here to get the actual width before I put in those final screws, to make sure that I had everything kind of leveled out, laying flat and even. So the design of this chicken coop is actually a pretty simple one that I saw on YouTube. And it's just a single-sided roof. So on this side here, the high side, I'm going to have the nesting boxes back over to here, and I'm going to have a hatch that I can just drop down and reach in and grab the nesting boxes out of. They'll exit through this part of the hoop, or through this part of the coop, and then I'll have doors on this part of the coop here so that I can just shovel out the or rake out the droppings and all the straw and everything else that I'm going to have in the bottom of it. I'm going to lift this plywood back off once I get everything all leveled out, and then I'll run in some support 2x4s across there, probably 4 of them, so like 1, 2, 3, 4 more for support. And then before winter hits, I'm going to go ahead and put in some of the blue foam, the stuff that I have for, oh, well, hi Red, how you doing? Well, SJ came over to say hi, just to make sure that I don't get a lot of cold from the bottom from their feet during the winter. So the tall part of the roof is here, the shallow part of the roof is there. So basically what this is going to do is cause all the snow to slide that way away from the outhouse. And then it's going to extend far enough over this way, the roof will, to give me some extra room over here that won't be covered with snow as well. It seems a little on the flimsy side right now, but things are tightening up as I'm doing it. And I'm working from a little sketch that I did, but in reality, I've had to change a couple of things already. So I still need to put another 2x4 right here underneath this edge on the inside, and one on the other side on the inside. And I need to get everything leveled out here before I get much further going than I am right now. So it's raining, I work today, I think I'm done for today, and then we'll get back into it again right after work tomorrow. Well, hello, little one. Hi. Here you go. You're the first one in your chicken coop. How's that? What do you think? Think that'll be kind of nice? Will you kind of like it? Huh? What are you doing, SJ? Hi. What a pretty girl. Whoop, careful, don't fall off. Well, look at that. What a pretty girl. You gonna fly down? Is it chicken approved? You went down? Come in. Come in. Oh. Oh, what a cute little girl. There you go, girl. That was kind of nice. Need to pick up some longer screws. It's all right, I can get this all measured out and ready to go. So, can't really frame anything more on this one, but I've notched the corner so that the plywood lays in there. I've doubled up these so that the plywood's laying on top of here. And then I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, and they're 2 feet apart on center roughly, to distribute the weight that's going to be in there, which is not going to be a lot because we're just talking about chickens. So 10 chickens at say 7 pounds a piece, maybe 8 pounds a piece if I get any big birds. We're looking at 80 pounds total laid over this whole thing. And this 1/2 inch plywood, I'm going to have enough support in here to where I could walk on the inside if I really need to. So let me measure out the other side, get that done. And then I'm going to have to call it quits again for today. I've been fighting the weather here on and off all day long today. So I got home from work. The blue sky was just starting to come out. Everything was awesome. I went in the trailer, fed the chickens, got all that stuff done, answered a couple of YouTube comments. And then as I was getting changed to come back out here again, just torrential downpour. And yesterday when I was working, it was raining. And I don't mind working in the rain. If it's just a steady little rain, I'm fine with that. But it was literally a crazy, crazy downpour. So I lost some time there, but that's all right. I'm doing this to get myself back into the swing of thinking without plans, basically. So I just, like I said before, I have a rough sketch of what I want this to be when it's done. And then the rest of this stuff is all going to be done inside my head while I'm doing it. So there's been a couple of errors. Error number 1 is this board should have been long enough to cover both corners there. Yeah, that's fine. I can trim that out. And it's the same all the way around there. Error number 2, I didn't get a really good squared up seal on this one. This board somehow ended up getting tweaked, and I don't know how that happened. So we'll make that work. We'll live with it. It's going to be very, very sturdy when it's done, and I'm not really worried about the stability of it, but right now you're just seeing the framing. I'll really focus on what it looks like when I'm trimming everything out and I'm getting all the siding and everything on there to make it look as pretty as I possibly can. Also, I'm thinking I should probably paint the outhouse. I do need to do a little bit of updated work on it. I want to replace that plastic panel up on top with a couple of panels that will actually work, because I cracked those when I was putting them on there. But I'd like to set it up so that I have basically some paint on there. I'm going to put some shelves in there. Originally I was thinking I was going to put the chicken feed underneath the coop, but in reality now I'm thinking I'll store the chicken coop or the chicken feed inside the outhouse and wrap the coop with the chicken wire so that during the winter when I've got a lot of snow on the ground, the chickens will actually have some place where they can go and get to the ground and scratch around a bit still. Even though the ground will probably be frozen, that way they don't have to jump around in the snow and they might be more likely to want to come out. We'll see. I don't know. Never had chickens in Alaska in the winter. Every day's a new experience. Forgot I bought a box of these 20D 4-inchers. So I went ahead and ran a nail into each one. Just tighten it in there and then toe-nailed top and bottom all the way around. So there is the lower frame. I'll get that piece of plywood pack on there and secured down, but I'm not going to do that right now because it's raining. That'll do it for this week's video, folks. It's all raining on here. Hang on, let me clean off this camera. I guess that'll do it for this week's video. Kind of getting rained out here, and there's only so much I can get done before I have to start editing this for you. So next week will be part 2 of hopefully completing the chicken coop, even though I'll continue to work on it the rest of this week. I'm going fishing this weekend. Cross your fingers that I actually go catching this weekend. Thank you guys as always. If you have not done so and this might be your cup of tea, then please consider hitting that subscribe button and the thumbs up on the video. Also ring that bell to be notified when the next videos are available. I'm Sean in Alaska. Have a great day, folks. Bye-bye. Bye.